All right, let's get right into it. Something big is happening in the South Bay, especially in Redondo Beach. And I'm not just talking about a few new storefronts. We're seeing a complete rewrite of the city's economic rulebook. And that quote really hits the nail on the head. If you still have this picture of a quiet, slow-paced little beach town in your head, well, that picture is officially out of date. The changes we're seeing are going to redefine this whole community for years to come. So, what does this reinvention actually look like on the ground? Well, like any major transformation, it starts with saying goodbye. We're witnessing the end of an era for some of the places that have been staples in the city for decades. There's actually a term for what's happening: the legacy contraction. It sounds a little corporate, but what it really means is this pretty painful wave of longtime businesses, the ones that feel like they've been there forever, having to shut their doors because of rising costs and just a different economic climate. And just look at the names on this list. We're talking about losing icons like the Ragin' Cajun Cafe after more than 3 decades. Community hubs like Combat Garage gone after 21 years. Even big players like Pete's Coffee are making strategic retreats. You know, for so many people, these weren't just businesses. They were those third places, the spots outside of home and work where life happened. But as these legacy spots close up, a whole new guard is rising to take their place. And this isn't just more of the same, it's a totally different kind of business, something people are calling experience retail. First off, you've got this huge boom in specialized wellness. Think high-end medical aesthetics, like DermFX in Redondo Beach, offering these really advanced procedures. It's all about personal, high-value services. Then there's the explosion in residential tech. You've got companies like Atmosphere moving in, and they focus on kitting out your home with solar, battery storage, and EV charging, stuff for the modern South Bay lifestyle. We're also seeing these businesses that build really focused communities. Take New Mom School, for example. They create these in-person support groups for new moms, and they're tailored to the exact age of your baby. It's all about building a village, not just selling a widget. And finally, there are personalized home services. A perfect example of this is Lorenna Pinto's company, Blissful Method LLC. She does home cleaning, organizing, and styling. She's the perfect snapshot of this new local entrepreneur, super busy, and her expertise is the product. We're actually going to use her as our case study here. Okay, so all these new businesses are popping up, which is great, but they're all walking into a massive new challenge. They're not just competing for your money anymore. They're fighting a completely new kind of war, the battle for your attention. And that brings us to the new reality, the attention economy. In this world, the single most important thing is just being seen. If people scroll right past you online, it doesn't matter how great your service is. Which leads to the million-dollar question for our case study, right? How does a skilled, hands-on home organizer like Lorenna Pinto manage to cut through all that noise and compete with something like this? Yep, this is what competition looks like now. A new burger spot, Eat Fantastic, throws up a gigantic, instantly viral mural of Dodgers superstars Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts right on PCH. It's an absolute masterclass in grabbing attention. But man, does it set an impossibly high bar for everyone else? So, you can't exactly paint a giant mural for your home organizing business. So what do? You have to get smarter. You have to find modern tools that let you share your expertise and build that digital presence. And one of the most effective approaches is a system called Live to Tape. So here's the fundamental problem for entrepreneurs like Lorenna Pinto. She's busy actually running her business, right? She needs a way to create professional-looking video content to show people what she does, but she can't afford the sky-high costs or the weeks of waiting that come with traditional production. To really get why this is a game changer, just look at the different ways you can make video. Traditional methods, and even some of the fancy AI stuff, can be incredibly slow and expensive because of all the editing and rendering. But a system like this is built for speed and efficiency, letting you create authentic content fast. And when you actually look at the cost, wow, the difference between these production methods is just staggering. For a small business owner, finding a way to make great video that's actually affordable can be the difference between growing and not. The whole process is designed to be ridiculously simple for someone who's busy. You basically just show up with your ideas, like Lorenna Pinto with her organizing tips, and you leave with finished videos that are ready to post. It just removes all the hurdles that usually stop business owners from making video in the first place. So this is really about so much more than just making a few videos. It's about a bigger strategy, taking your real-world physical expertise and turning it into digital authority. The main goal here is to create a professional online presence that truly reflects the quality of your in-person service. You're building trust with people online before you even set foot in their home. For a business like Blissful Method, the payoff here is crystal clear. Lorenna can quickly film videos showing off her amazing before and afters. She can build a real connection with potential clients and position herself as the go-to expert for home organizing in the South Bay. This is how she competes in the attention economy, not with a giant mural, but with genuine, authentic expertise. When you boil it all down, it really comes down to this one thing. For this new wave of service providers in Redondo Beach, success is all about bridging that crucial gap between the amazing physical work they do and their online reputation. And honestly, this quote just says it all. This is why being authentic is so powerful right now. In a world that's getting flooded with AI and automation, just showing up as a real person with real knowledge, well, that's becoming the most valuable thing you can offer. Human presence is the new luxury good. And so, as we watch Redondo Beach and the whole South Bay transform, it leaves us with this really big question to chew on. With this big push for density and experience-based businesses, what kind of community are we actually building in the end? It's definitely something to think about.